Now, regarding the idea that St. Vincent of Lerins was a semi-Pelagian, it's true that he and many other prominent ecclesiastics and monastic writers from southern Gaul shared that error. The great monastic writer Cassian comes to mind, whose works were prescribed as mandatory reading in the rule of St. Benedict, the father of Western monks. He demanded that his monks read from the works of Cassian. But it needs to be also understood that in both St. Vincent of Lerins' case and in the case of Cassian, semi-Pelagianism was condemned only after they were buried under the sod, as the Irish say. It was not condemned until the year 429 in the Council of Orange, a regional council in Gaul, which was 2 years later confirmed by Pope Boniface II, the first Germanic pope, by the way. And that approval of Boniface II extended the teachings of the Second Council of Orange to the Universal Church. So, although it was not an ecumenical council, they say it has the authority of an ecumenical council because the authoritative teachings were made so by Pope Boniface II. And a lot of it came right out of the writings of St. Augustine and right out of the writings of St. Prosper of Aquitaine. No, we're good. All right. It was St. Cæsarius of Arles, by the way, who led that regional synod and did a lot to advance the Church's teachings on grace. And today, if you want to study the doctrine on grace, you're going to find a study of Pelagianism and semi-Pelagianism in any of the tracts on grace that you would find in a real theology book on the subject, and they're going to quote from the Second Council of Orange. Now let's get back to the contents of the Commonitarium. In his pursuit of the goal of distinguishing heretical corruption from Catholic truth, St. Vincent lays down some sagacious principles, one of which he received as he wrote, quote, "from many men outstanding in sanctity and doctrinal knowledge," end quote. Namely, quote, "to fortify that faith in a twofold manner. First, by the authority of the divine law, i.e. Holy Scripture. Second, by the tradition of the Catholic Church."